Hey everybody, welcome to my channel where I talk movies, series, music, and Manchester United. I've had some fun reacting on this channel so far. I've reviewed Lost after watching it for the first time this year. I reviewed The Penguin, which is DC's new series in the Batman universe. I reviewed Beetlejuice as well after watching the first and the second movie within a day of each other. I also really had a lot of fun doing my first time listen to Linkin Park's new song, Emptiness Machine. But there's been one thing that has completely sucked the joy out of me over this last couple of months while I've been on this journey. And that is the big topic on this channel, Manchester United. So if you like this type of content, if you love movies, series, music, and Manchester United, click the subscribe button, click that notification bell for all future videos. And don't forget to smash the like button on your way in too. So let me continue with today's video. What the hell is going on at Manchester United? So United have had their worst start to the Premier League season after 7 games. I think that's the key phrase here. After 7 games. After 7 games, United have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses to their name, and they sit on 8 points in the Premier League table. If they win the next game, then we will have 11 after 8. That's 3 points better than 1920. That's 2019-2020 season, and the same points as the 2013-2014 season. So it will no longer then be our worst start anymore. Win the next two, we have 14 points after 9 games. Same start as the 04-05, so 2004-2005 season when we came third in the end of that season. The same as the 2013-2014 season, we became, I think it was 7th or 8th under Moyes, I think it was. And then the 2016-17 season, 18-19 season, 21-22 season, and 22-23 season under Ten Hag, where we ended third. If we finish with that amount of points, 14 points after 9 games, after winning the next 2 games, we'll be 1 point better than 2014-2015 season. We'll be 4 points better than the 2019-20 season. And we'll be 1 point worse than the last season, which was our worst season. If they win 3 Premier League games, obviously Brentford, West Ham, and Chelsea, which is our next matches at the point of this recording, we'll have 17 points. That's the same start as the 04-05 season, where we ended third. The same as 2013-2014 season, 21-22, 22-23, when we ended third. We'll also be 4 points clear of the 2014-15 season, 19-20, 2 points clear of 16-17 season, 23-24 season, and will be equal points to the 18-19 season. And that will be one of our best starts since Fergie left if we win the next 3 games. Do you see how stats can sometimes mean nothing? I'm saying this because that isn't the metric we should be looking at right now when we look at our team. Don't get me wrong, our results have been terrible. I mean, I've really not enjoyed watching United play in every game. There's certain games where I've liked certain things that we've done, and it was fun to watch certain periods in the games, but we haven't been consistent. And I've been miserable as a fan. Every night I'm scouring the internet or YouTube to find interviews or content that can take me back to the glory times when we were lifting that Premier League trophy. But that's just a temporary bliss for me. The sad reality is we are no longer the Manchester United of old. We are no longer that Manchester United that I grew up to. After chopping and changing managers for 8 years, Man United decided to appoint, obviously, Erik Ten Hag, as we all know. He was the man that transformed Ajax. He arrived in 2017-18 campaign. They hadn't won the title in like 4 years. He finished the runner-up in 2017-2018 season. And then he went on to win 3 titles on the bounce. And it could have been 4 had it not been for COVID in 2019-20. and we saw the season cancelled. Not only did he win titles, but he did so by promoting youth as well and playing an attractive, dominant brand of football. He used to play a style of football where he would completely throttle a team in their half and around their box. There'd be no way for them to get out of their box, and he'd recycle the ball until the opening came, and then they'd score a hell of a lot of goals. But then he also had those little sprinkles on the side as well of some great talented footballers that had a little bit of flair that could score curling goals from outside the box. But I remember the buzz around Erik Ten Hag. Most fans were delighted with his appointment, and that's including myself. I am a big Ajax fan, so I was really happy when we decided to go with him over Pochettino, over Tuchel, and over so many other managers that were rumored to be a part of the job. But what I think is that we need to stop comparing what's happening at our club to other clubs. Those clubs are run differently. They have different players, different pressures, a different history. And looking at what they are doing is not going to help us at all as Manchester United fans. And I'll tell you why. Even though United have been shit for the last 11 years, we needed a culture reset. And that everybody knows. But a culture reset means that it's going to take time and it won't just happen overnight. And it definitely won't happen if we're going to change our manager every 2 to 3 years. We are not Chelsea, guys. I don't want to win one title every 4 to 5 years. I don't want to win a Champions League here and there randomly. I want to have a successful team that dominates England football. We are Manchester United. We know why we started supporting this football club, guys. We know what we grew up with. All of the success came from having two managers who stayed at the club for a long time, dominating English football. And to an extent, you could say world football too, European football too. Even though we only had two Champions Leagues under our name under Fergie, we won three in total. We did also do really well in Europe, and we would find ourselves losing games that we should have won in semi-finals, etc. And even in finals, I mean, the two times we got beaten by Barcelona, we made it to the final in both. We could have easily had an extra two or maybe even one Champions League to our name under Fergie. But that's the fabric of this football club. Like that famous commentary in 1998 1999 season, it's in the fabric of this football club. They just never give up. All of this that I'm talking about is the fabric of this football club. Every Man United fan in the last 5.5 decades would have experienced the tenure under Sir Matt Busby's reign and Sir Alex Ferguson's reign. That's what we know as success to be. So if you want a success like Chelsea, go support them. I think it's a bullshit argument to say football has changed. No team will dominate like United used to. Because I'll give you the straight answer right now. Yes, they can. City is doing it at the moment. Pep has 6 Premier League titles with City, 4 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, and a Champions League in 8 years. He's dominating like Sir Alex Ferguson did back in the day, or even maybe Sir Busby did back in the day. Who's to say we can't be the next team to have a manager that to do so? Like I said in my previous video, you can click the I for that. Our rebuild starts the season. We came third in the first season and won a cup, but I felt that we overachieved. If it wasn't for Rashford's 30 goals, I don't think we would have been close to third. We started to get rid of some players in the first 11, and then we brought a few new ones in. We put plans in place to restructure the youth system, and look how they're flourishing now. 3 trophies last season. I think they're still unbeaten at the moment under 18s. And we brought a lot of youngsters through that academy. The likes of Mainu, Collier at the moment, Harry Amas. There are loads of guys coming through the system at the moment that are doing well. Dan Gore as well. Last season, we cannot just ignore that we were riddled with injuries. And we finished 8th, but we won the FA Cup still, even though we had a terrible season, probably our worst. We changed the whole structure of the football club at the top level, at the business level, we have a CEO, we have directors of football, we have a whole new structure above the club. And we got rid of some more players, some more deadwood, and brought some new guys again in. In fact, we brought a whole spine in, a lot of young players as well for the future. The 11 doesn't look like the 11 that we had in Erik Ten Hag's first season. It's going to take time for these players to get used to each other and buy into the principles of Erik Ten Hag. It's not like he bought a whole lot of players and those players have been playing together for the last 3 seasons and then we're doing a terrible job on the field. He's actually changed things, a hell of a lot of things in each season that he's been in charge, which is not consistency in my opinion, because we would have to let people go and still keep certain people that were still there and play them because we had no other options. So right now he's removed everybody and he finally has a full spine that he can call his own. Yes, we now have more of his players that he worked with before. So the hope is that the process would speed up as a result. But I do see slight differences already that these Ajax players like Martinez, De Ligt, Mazarawi, Onana have brought to the team. We're a lot better in possession when they are on the ball. And they still do need to get up to speed with the pace of the Premier League, that they don't get caught on the ball because every single team in the Premier League almost presses high now these days. So we need to learn how to play out of the press. But these players will need time to get used to this league. Of like any other player, when they sign to a club, we always say that they need to learn and they need to get used to the league. We have a whole new spine of players. They all need to get used to the league. We don't just have one or two that need to blend in. But also they need to get used to the pressure of playing for the brand that is Manchester United. The shirt is heavy. There's a Phil Jones interview that was came out recently. It's on Ferdinand's channel where they talk about how heavy the shirt is and how different it is to play for Manchester United. So many players have said that in the past. Things aren't going to just click into place immediately, especially when this team comes up against teams who have had a settled starting 11 for the last couple of seasons and played together for more than 2 to 3 seasons. We made major changes to the squad and not tweaks, guys. So we need to also take that into consideration. We are not scoring goals, which is a major problem for us at the moment. That hasn't been because we haven't created chances, though. It's because our forward players haven't been good enough and are possibly not good enough to score a lot of goals. Most of them, you can add a yet to that. But with Rashford, guys, I don't know. He might never have been as good as we might have thought. It's up to him to prove us wrong now. Without his goals, we will struggle because we don't currently have anyone else who can score 20 plus goals a season. Even these younger guys, they are not proven. Xerxes and Hoyland are not proven goal scorers. They haven't proved it at the top level yet. So they are still have a little asterisk next to their names. There are a lot of young players in the side in key positions, and that's dangerous because with youth comes inconsistency. I don't care how much we spent compared to other clubs. I don't want to hear that either. They don't have the same issues we have. They don't have the same structure we have. They don't have the same name as we have. And they don't have the same history and respect that we have in world football. They will not have the same pressure as our players will have if we want to reset the culture of this football club. We need to lay a foundation, guys, and build according to a vision. The vision should be to be the next team to dominate English football and European football, because that is what Manchester United is about. If anyone thinks Erik Ten Hag is the right man to do that job, they have to give him the time to get things right, especially when things are hard. If the players he brought in this season are the ones they believe can reset the culture and discipline on and off the field, in training, etc., we can't be impulsive after 7 games and change things. If he isn't the guy, though, and that Ineos actually believes can transform Manchester United, then they must find the one that is and give him the right backing and time to get things right. Erik Ten Hag has to do better and he has to be better. He has to be more brave. He has to be smarter with his tactics. He has to show more confidence that he can actually be the guy for Manchester United. He needs to find a way to get results with the squad he has. They should at least be able to compete for top 5, top 4. It seems that Ineos might be taking all of this into account, though, when it comes to Ten Hag, because they haven't sacked him yet. But at the end of the day, my loyalty doesn't lie with Erik Ten Hag. It lies with Man United. So, Ineos, it's on you to make the right decision. So, guys, let me know what you think about this video. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, comment in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell for more content like this or content on movies, music, series. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out, everyone.